Welcome back, everyone, to the weekly Armchair Kickoff podcast. We're on the United show today, Devil's Advocate, and today is the big game. It's Manchester United versus Liverpool in the Premier League at Old Trafford today. Nice Thursday night, 8:15 kickoff here today. I am due to be joined by Reese on the podcast very soon, as we do look ahead to tonight's massive game at Old Trafford, and also talk about the protests that are going on at Old Trafford as well, and any other news that filters in with regards to tonight's game. Obviously, we'll also look at starting 11s that come in from both sides. Also, we'll look at kind of how both Manchester United and Liverpool will potentially approach the game tonight, and just get involved with the comments and just get this show kind of on the road straight away. So I'm going to come to the first couple of comments that come in there. Rory's in the house. He says, evening for the hospital in Edinburgh. I hope you get well soon, Rory. I hope you're okay. Hope you're able to watch the game tonight. Do let me know if you're able. Also, Liverpool fan Michael Marcy is also in the comments. He says, evening, Michael. But yeah, look, it's a massive game in the Premier League. I think we all know for both teams there's a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line tonight. So like, when you look at Liverpool, they're fighting for top four. They're fighting for fourth place in the league, third or fourth. They're fighting for in the league at the minute. So like, they have a lot to fight for from that side in terms of Champions League. In terms of Manchester United, we're fighting for second place in the league. Obviously, look, we had a 2-1 defeat against Leicester the other night, so the second isn't mathematically confirmed yet. So Man United, we will want to get this over the line as quickly as we can. Try to get 3 points tonight. And obviously, look, it's against Liverpool, who are our biggest rivals. So, like, look, at the end of the day, regardless of league position, regardless of kind of what both teams have at stake, regardless of where they are in the table, it's a massive game for both sides. And look, for all things considered, you never want to lose against Liverpool. I think we all know as United fans, we never want to lose against them, regardless of where we are, because again, it's bragging rights at the end of the day. Also, we haven't beaten Liverpool in 3 years at Old Trafford, so tonight would be a good way to kind of start that off, and hopefully, I think from all of our point of view, get 3 points. Now, look, also obviously, look, we've seen great clips and great pictures of tonight's protest again. Manchester United fans outside Old Trafford and making their voices heard against the Glazer ownership. Look, again, as I said, like, I'm massively proud of all Man United fans that do go down to Old Trafford, do make their voices heard, and absolutely, give every kind of notice possible to them Glazers that we don't want them at this football club. They're just parasites. They need to go. If coming to Michael Morrissey, again, Liverpool fan. Michael says massive protests going on at the moment. Yeah, well, to be fair, just watching Sky Sports News, it looks like the actual protesters have actually moved on. From videos I've actually seen on Twitter in the last kind of couple of minutes, United fans are dispersing. They're going kind of somewhere else. I don't know exactly where they're going, but it looks like they've kind of they've moved on. Rory, also, who is in the hospital today, he says, I'm fine, just broke my right hand. Hope you're okay. Hopefully, look, United cheer you up this evening. We get 3 points. Victoria's Secrets is also in the house. Hi, folks. Would you take a draw now? I'll just bring Amy into the show actually right now as well. Amy, can you hear me?
I can.
How's it going? How's things?
Grand, sure. How about yourself?
Very good. Now, literally just finished work and just ready to watch the game here today. So absolutely happy to be here. Thanks for joining me.
No worries.
We've a Liverpool fan here in the comments today. United scum trying to get the game abandoned again. Right, I'm just going to address this straight away. This is nothing against Liverpool, this protest. If you know, you have American owners, your owners tried to bleed your club dry recently with FSG. It's nothing to do with scumbag side of things. This is to get all the eyes in the world are on Liverpool and Man United. If Man United are playing Brighton in the Premier League, there's not as much eyes on this worldwide. Whereas Liverpool United's biggest game in English football. And the reason why we're protesting is because it has the most eyes on tonight. This is nothing to do with Liverpool, specifically why we're protesting. It's fuck all to do with Liverpool. So, again, we're not trying to get the game abandoned because of Liverpool. We're trying to hurt the Glazers. So, like, look, again, it's completely off base. Rory fell off his dirt bike. He says in the comments, please, I hope you're okay. I hope it wasn't too bad of a fall. I know you broke your hand, but hope you'll be okay. Okay, right. I'm just going to come to this now as well. You guys are terrified of us. Right.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. We're massively terrified. Geez, I'm trembling. I'm absolutely shitting myself. Fuck's sake. I'm trembling here. As you can tell, I'm fucking shaking. Yeah. All right. But yeah, like, look, Liverpool players have just arrived at Old Trafford as well, so it looks like they've successfully got into the stadium as well. So we do have a game officially on our hands here tonight. And, massive game. Obviously, again, Amy, both teams, Liverpool fighting for top four, United trying to cement second as early as they can before the Europa League final. Obviously, starting lineups haven't come out yet. They're due to come out in about 15 minutes. I know you're on the preview last night. Obviously, look, things can change over kind of a 24-hour period, especially on match day. How are you feeling kind of coming into today's game?
I'm actually very confident, to be honest. Like, I know we're obviously Liverpool are fighting for a Champions League spot, and we're fighting. We only need 2 more points to secure second. So I think what Ollie is going to want to secure second. But to be honest, I think we'll come out on top in this one.
Yeah, I think, like, look, it's a game where, look, both teams are fighting for things, and I think, like, you look at both teams, two very strong teams. Liverpool obviously missing Van Dijk, they're still missing Gomez, still missing who else? Jordan Henderson, like, very important players in their team. Obviously, look, we're missing Harry Maguire tonight, which I know Eric Boy and Lindelof will probably be the partnership tonight, but I think Harry Maguire could be a big miss, especially the way Liverpool move the ball quick in transition. Harry Maguire, more often than not, is always in the right position. So I think for me, I think Harry Maguire, could bite us in the backside tonight. If Eric Boy tries something rash, or Lindelof, we all know kind of how he can be sometimes, in terms of he's prone to mistake. He's kind of weak sometimes. So look, it'd be interesting to see kind of how Boy and Lindelof work if that's the partnership. Someone else in the comments tonight with a slanderous name? Again, if that's someone from the channel, you have just failed miserably again. Jesus Christ. Ado is in the comments. Ado says, I'm not going to sit here and slander United fans. United have every right to protest, and I'm a Liverpool fan. But however, how United have handled the protest so far has been a disgrace. Look, I'll be honest. Again, it's not the majority of United fans who've done this. Like, you look at this at the end of the day. Liverpool are in the stadium now. Have they put in physical harm? No, they haven't. Have any stewards today haven't put in physical harm? No, they haven't. The Manchester United fans have left the stadium. They've come there. They've got there too. They had their say. They're at the stadium. They made their voice heard. Worldwide cameras seen them. Yes, the protest 2 weeks ago went a bit too far in terms of entering the stadium and people were harmed. But when you talk about today's protest, the game's still going ahead. So I don't think United handled the protest in a disgraceful manner today. If anything,
they've been moved on now as well. So
yeah, so like when you look at United, didn't handle it in a disgraceful manner today. United fans went there today. They got their voice heard. Sky Sports cameras, worldwide cameras, to be reported all over the world. United fans again were protesting against the Glazers. Sponsors are going to see this. This isn't because of Liverpool. And again, I have friends and family who are Liverpool fans, and some of them don't understand why we're protesting. Others do. But this is the thing. I need to explain to any Liverpool fan that's watching this. This protest is not against Liverpool. This has nothing to do with Liverpool. This has been going on 16 years. 16 years. These protests are going to continue next week. They're going to continue until this season's over. And if the Glazers are still here, it's going to go on until next year. And the year after, no matter how long these people stay here, these protests are going to be predominant. They're going to continue. So for people to say, yes, look, these protests are wrong or whatever, shut up. That's all I'm going to say to you. Like, do you know what I mean? If you actually know what they've done to this football club, if the shoe was on your foot and your owners took £2 billion out of the football club and didn't pump any of that money back into the football club. And if these same owners never communicated with your fan base, and then the first time they communicated was through a rival fan's website, saying that basically the first time this football club entered Europe is like going into the Super League. That's a load of bullshit. It's a crock of bullshit, and they try to sell this club's history and tradition down the window. So this is nothing to do with winning trophies either. This is nothing to do with because we're not winning the league. The reason why we're protesting is because these arseholes, the Glazers, took £2 billion out of the football club, never pumped money back into the football club. Old Trafford has fallen apart. Like, it's literally fallen apart. And they haven't done anything to repair Old Trafford. This goes beyond buying a Jadon Sancho. This goes beyond, pumping 4 or 5 million into the squad. This goes well beyond that. This is the treatment of the football club, not just the playing squad. So for people to say Manchester United fans are only protesting because we're not winning the league, go into Google. Everyone has access to the internet. Go into Google. Look up the Green and Gold campaign. Look up Manchester United fans protest 2005. Back when we were successful and winning trophies every year. That'll tell you. That'll tell you exactly why we're protesting. Not because we're second to Manchester City this season. That's not why we're protesting. But anyway, enough about kind of the people say we don't have a right to protest. I just had to get that out of me because people will continue to say that we shouldn't be protesting. Well, look, if you had people hemorrhaging money out of your football club and you had them doing this, that, and the other, you'd understand. Arsenal are in the same situation with their owners. Do you know what I mean? They're protesting against their owners, Stan Kroenke and co. Where's the criticism towards the Arsenal fans? None whatsoever. Now, granted, they didn't do some of the things that happened a couple of weeks ago, but no one's saying they don't have a right to protest. So I'm just going to leave that there. But anyway, Amy, starting lineups are due to come in soon. Is there anyone particular you want to see? Anyone particular you want to see kind of starting tonight? Anyone particular you want to see get a chance to get into United's lineup tonight?
I don't know, to be honest, because I think we kind of know ourselves what kind of lineup he's going to go with. Now, to be fair, Tuanzebe had a good game the other night, so it is a toss-up between Bailly and Tuanzebe tonight, I think. It wouldn't be bad to see Tuanzebe, but obviously he had one good game this season, that was against PSG, and he had a horrific game after that then. So I don't know, I think I'd prefer to see Bailly, but yeah, we'll see. We don't know what way it's going to go, but I do think it'll be Bailly. But thinking last night, I think, was it Greg that said Tuanzebe might play? Like, it is 50-50 between them two, I think, because both of them did play the other day. So I don't know. I'd like to see Bailly play. One thing I want is Bailly to stay fit, because obviously when he's fit, he's our best centre back. So yeah, obviously you want Pogba and Bruno and Cavani to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Pogba, Bruno, Cavani to start, definitely. I think 100% they are crucial to the way we play. I think you look at the likes of Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, they're kind of both battling out for that right-hand side today. Like, I think it's kind of a toss-up who you play there. I think, look, either player you play there, I think Rashford or Greenwood, you're going to get something out of them. You're going to get production. Do you know what I mean? You know what you're going to get between the two of them. Like, they're going to put in a performance. Like, they will work hard. Obviously, Mason Greenwood, if you're looking at goals at the moment, Mason Greenwood's probably the informed player. Apart from Edison Cavani at the football club at the moment, Mason Greenwood's probably our most informed player. And so, look, when you look at that, like, there's a couple of decisions Ollie probably has to make tonight that it could be interesting. Like, I know McTominay and Fred are probably you're banking on to start, but Nemanja Matic did play very well 2 days ago. Does he get a chance again tonight to kind of prove? Because, like, when you look at the way Liverpool play a lot of long balls, and they do try to hit down the centre. Like, Matic would be very good for winning the second ball.
I get that, but the man can't play 2 games in 1 week, let alone 2 games in 2 days. So
yeah, so it depends. Like, he could get a game tonight. But anyway, I'm trying to get the lineups here for you guys in the comments. Do smash a like in the video if you think Manchester United are going to win tonight. If you have an idea of who you think you want to start, get it in the comments below. I can see I'm seeing still a lot of great pictures from the protest.
The protest,
A lot of good videos, a lot of good pictures. And again, for the large part, Manchester United were peaceful today. So do not let the media narrative tell you otherwise. Man United fans have largely been peaceful. There was one or two situations where I think a camera was bust, but like, look, you're always going to get one.
You're always going. I was just going to say you're always going to have one or two, like so.
Matt Brown is up in the comments. Go on.
If you're playing McTominay and Fred in the middle, right, and you have Pogba on the left, who are you playing on the right, Rashford or Greenwood?
Greenwood did play very well in the first fixture. But he's after playing a lot of football in the last couple of days. I'd probably bench him. I'd probably start Rashford on the right. He's probably the fresher of the two. Do you know what I mean? Now, I know Rashford's been carrying injuries, but like if you're going with experience, like for me, the game at Anfield in January, we went with Pogba on the right and Rashford off the left. I think you start Rashford today and put him on the left and put him up against Trent. Because like we've seen what Rashford does to Trent every time he plays against him. He pockets him every time. Like Trent has to come out of his pocket at full time. So like for me, I go Rashford off the left and Pogba on the right. Well, look, preferably in an ideal world, I take Fred out of the team. I put McTominay and Pogba in there, and then I go Greenwood off the right, Rashford on the left. But that's never going to happen, especially in a big game like this. You know, like for me, ideally, I'd like to see Pogba in the middle. But to be fair,
this
Pogba
is why we need a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but you know, again, it's just one of the things you need you need a defensive midfielder to play that position, and the lineup is in, and it's a lineup I basically predicted last night. So Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Bailly, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Rashford, Bruno, Cavani, Rashford's off the right, and Edison Cavani starts up front. So the lineups there tonight, it looks like it's the first choice lineup that we all kind of expected to see. Rashford off the right, Pogba off the left, Cavani up top. Bruno Fernandes also starts as well. So yeah, look, it's kind of Manchester United lineup that we would all come to expect in a big game. I know I'm probably buffering on the stream here, guys. I can kind of see it myself. I am going to refresh. Amy, you can take it away with your reaction to the lineup. I'm going to be back in a second.
Yeah, it's pretty much the lineup I expected, to be honest. We need to go strong against Liverpool, especially because, obviously we're secure in second. Liverpool are going to go all out to try to get Champions League. So I think definitely having the strongest lineup was probably the best option today. I know we have a lot of games as well, and the last thing we want is any injuries coming into the Europa League final in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I think definitely the strongest lineup today. I think he made a good decision playing a weaker side against Leicester. And we don't play again till Tuesday, so at least to have a little bit of a rest anyway until then. So it's not too bad. But yeah, definitely the strongest side today was probably the better option.
Yeah, I think when you look at the likes of Pogba to get play from the start today is crucial. I think he's probably been our best player as of late. I think he's been top. He's been really good since the Leipzig game. Back in December. He's been very consistent since then. Obviously, he had the injury in between that, but since that run when we went top of the league earlier on the season, and then even when he came back from that injury after that, Pogba's been our most consistent player. He's been really, really good. Cavani's been class since he's come back from his injury as well. Bruno Fernandes, people say he's not having his best time at the moment, but he's still producing goals and assists.
Do you want to see the Liverpool team?
Yeah, let me know. Shout out the Liverpool team to me.
Alisson, Trent, Williams, Phillips, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Thiago, Jota, Salah, Firmino.
So they're gone with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips as centre back.
Yeah.
We have to go for the juggler here. We have to
Yeah.
go for the juggler in this game. Two very inexperienced centre backs there. Liverpool knew they had to put Fabinho into midfield because putting him in at a centre back kind of lose their steel and physicality in midfield. So Edison Cavani is going to be crucial in this game. We have to get the ball into Cavani at all costs. Two inexperienced centre half and Williams and Phillips the centre back. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, not the best at defending. We have to be on that front foot from literally the get-go. Like, I know it looks like they're going to be attacking up front. Do you know what I mean?
That was always going to happen, though.
Yeah, because they're desperate for a result.
Yeah.
They're desperate for a result. So, like, I think for United's point of view now, McTominay and Fred are going to have to work their socks off today. Like, they're literally going to have to cover a lot of space. Firmino's going to drop in between the two of them to kind of disrupt them. Do you know what I mean? Especially from that press. You have Jota.
You need to try
and Salah
keep
there.
Jota quiet. You need to try keep Jota quiet.
I think Wan-Bissaka has a battle on his hands with him today now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Wan-Bissaka has a real battle. Eric Bailly's going to be have to be on his game today. There could be none of this wild madness today. He has to be just on his game today. He has to be ready there from the get-go.
That is his game, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like, don't handball the fucking thing. That's all I'm going to say. There's no handballs from Eric Bailly. I had a fucking dream the other night that Eric Bailly, we can see the penalty.
Oh, no.
Handball.
You said it now, so
it's
going to come true. You said it now, so it's going to come
true.
true.
I had a dream the other night that Eric Bailly, we conceded a penalty from an Eric Bailly handball. So this is before Maguire got injured as well. So I'm telling you now, if this happens, that we can see the penalty off an Eric Bailly handball, I'm going to the fucking doctor and I'm finding out what the fuck is going on. Why am I seeing the fucking future? Do you know what I mean? But hopefully,
the thing is, if you talk about your dreams, they do come true. So actually, never mind. I dreamed about my company last week, and I was talking about it. So hopefully, it comes true.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, Liverpool on the attack. Again, look, Paddy Murphy's posted up another video, and Shane Dowdy has quote-tweeted him. Oh my god.
Bruno's captain, man.
Bruno's captain. I heard rumors say Paul Pogba was going to be captain, but yeah, it's Bruno Fernandes. Breaking news: Bruno Fernandes is
as the captain. Love it. I love it.
Here tonight. Last time we had, I think one of the last times we had Bruno Fernandes as a captain, we beat PSG in the Champions League. So let's hope that's an omen. And we did get a Bruno penalty that night as well. And he did score it after a retake, but he did score it. I wouldn't mind a Bruno retaking penalty in the 98th minute and we knocked Liverpool out of the top four race. That would be fucking beautiful. But yeah, look
what shirt I'm wearing. It might bring a bit of good luck.
I'm wearing my retro Manchester United shirt here today. As always, guys, do check out Seki's website, Affordable Kits. He does have all the retro Manchester United gear on there. Do not give any pennies to the fucking Glazers. Go and get your jerseys on there. He has every retro jersey. He also has all the new jerseys as well. So if you don't fancy a retro jersey, if that's not your thing, he does have all the new ones there as well. So look, do check his website out. I will, at the end of this video, I will drop it in the video link description after the video. So do, by all means, check that out. Seki, you can thank me for the plug later on. But yeah, like, look, I think when you look at this game, for United fans especially, we haven't beaten Liverpool in 3 years at Old Trafford. 2018 was the last time we beat them. Marcus Rashford double under Jose Mourinho. That's the last time we beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. Again, it's kind of similar time. We were second in the league and they were fighting for top four, so it's kind of a similar kind of feel, similar situation to the game. Obviously, they had the likes of Gomez, Van Dijk and all that day. And they pretty much have all the same players now, only for, I think, what's his face? Jota is in the team, Fabinho, but everyone else in that squad pretty much there. Same with United, we have a couple of new players like Cavani, Fernandes and stuff like that. So the omen is good there. In recent years, we've had a decent record at home against Liverpool, albeit a couple of them have been draws. But we beat them at Old Trafford earlier on the season in the FA Cup, so let's hope we can continue that success.
Yeah,
I'll take a sip of water. I've literally just come off an 8-hour shift talking all day, and now I'm still talking right after the show. And to just drop a little plug in there as well, I'm jumping on Adam's show at 7:45 for the watch along for the game. And so obviously I'll be talking for a full 90 minutes. And then after Adam's show, I'm jumping on to Off United as well for the match reaction. So me and Amy are literally all over YouTube tonight. Well, I'm literally all over YouTube tonight. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, look, it's massive game. Like, but do you know what? I don't know if you feel like this, Amy, but I think it's bad that I'm not shitting myself coming into this game. Because usually every other Liverpool United game, I'm shitting the bed. I have to go out for a pre-match anxiety walk. I have to have music blaring. Well, to be fair, I did have the music blaring this morning. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning. I was pumping ABBA at 8 o'clock this morning, dancing around my bedroom. I was also playing a bit of Oh What a Night as well. All the little songs that you'd be singing before a game at Old Trafford. So I was kind of bopping around the room today. But funnily enough, I'm still not. I wasn't shitting myself for this game. And I think in a way, I think that's a bad thing, because usually before this game, I'm a bag full of nerves. I think hopefully the United players aren't like that either. But how are you feeling now? Because obviously we're closing in and kickoff. It's nearly in about 50 minutes time. You look at Liverpool's lineup, and you look at the way they've an inexperienced back four. Like, do you now maybe put Rashford off the left and Pogba on the right now, considering that right side of Liverpool's Liverpool's back four is going to be Trent and it's going to be Reece Williams?
Possibly. I mean, if it's not working out, you can always switch it anyway. I don't know. I'm actually, do you know what? I'm kind of the same as you, to be honest. I'm not nervous at all. And usually, like, I wouldn't be nervous in a couple of days coming up to it, but like towards the end of, like, if it's a weekday, towards the end of work, I start getting a bit nervous about it, because that's all I can think about. But I'm actually fairly confident about today, to be honest. And the fact that they put out a weak defence is kind of giving me a bit more confidence as well, because I think with Bruno, Pogba and Rashford just running at him, I think they might shit themselves a little bit. And obviously you have Cavani in the middle of them as well. So yeah, I'm actually fairly confident.
Can I stop you right there? You right there? It's not to do with you or anything. Charlie Brooks, who's Director of Communications at United, says the Glazers care about Manchester United, and he's responded to Gary Neville's comments that the Glazer family do not understand the spirit at United.
I'm sorry, but Old Trafford is falling apart. They're not putting any money into it. There's now part of the stadium, or part of the stand that's actually leaking, where fans would be sitting, and they haven't repaired it. The steel outside the stadium is rusted, and they won't even fucking paint it. I'm sorry, but they don't care about this club.
Right, Charlie Brooks, you're like head of PR or whatever, Director of Communications at United, right? You sitting at in the Old Trafford on a lashing rain and night in the winter, and come fucking back to me. Come back to me. I've sat in and around that end of the ground. That's falling apart. When any fans who are standing or sitting around there, it's fucking disgraceful. You get fucking soaked, and that's been like that for years. Charlie Brooks saying that the Glazers care about the football club. What drugs are you taking? Send them my fucking way.
He's obviously been told to say that, like.
Yeah, but are you fucking hallucinating? Like, seriously. What are you taking, my friend? Fucking spastic. Seriously. Oh, man.
If they won't even do as much as put a lick of paint on the fucking metal outside the stadium, then there's no hope, like.
Yeah, it really is, like. I swear to God.
That's disgraceful.
He's actually an idiot. See, I love the way they released this interview when the fans are gone away from the stadium. I like the way that they released this interview when the fans go away from the stadium, saying the Glazers care about the football club and they understand the football club. They're sick, twisted fucking bastards. I swear to God. Sorry for swearing, guys. I know I always say I try my best not to swear, but this situation with the Glazers is really, look, it's pushing me over the edge. There's sometimes it's making me not want to do content, but look, I still have to do it for you guys. We all love to talk about United, so look, I always will.
At the end of the day, right? We're coming on here and we're talking about the team. We're talking about the manager who we support. We're not supporting the Glazers, so.
Gary's in the comments. Gary says hello. I know Gary says if we get beat tonight, expect a hello to Amy and Greg on Twitter. So if that happens, anyone who knows Gary Egan, he was on the show last night. He's our Liverpool fan on the weekly armchair kickoff. He's actually probably one of the best spoken Liverpool fans I know. He's realistic. He was actually full of praise of Mason Greenwood last night. If you anyone who
wouldn't be,
we had Keane from LFC Day Trippers on the show, another sound Liverpool fan, and like Keane was saying if there's any player he could take for United to be Greenwood as well. Like I think, look, someone who was a fantastic footballer.
Can you imagine him? Can you imagine him when he's 21, 22 and he's playing the way he is? Man.
Yeah.
Obviously, he'll have come on leaps and bounds by then as well. He'll have matured and developed. He's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, his maturity in his game, he'll be at a new level. I think in the next couple of years he will develop into a number 9. I think, like, look, you're seeing that. You've seen it the other night, playing up front against Leicester City, one of the best teams in the league, and like he looked like a 20. Like Ollie said it himself, he looked like a 29-year-old, not a 19-year-old out there. Like in terms of mature in his game. And Gary, man, you know me for the large part. I'm actually not an angry man. I'm just, when people piss me off, then I get a bit mad and a bit angry. But for the large part, I'm a real mellow human being. For the large part of it, anyone who knows me and anyone who's been watching this channel last couple of months kind of know I do like a laugh. I do like to talk about United. Again, I am buffering again. Whatever's happening, I do know. But anyway, hopefully this sorts itself out whilst on stream. Amy, obviously, when you look at the bench, we do have the likes of Nemanja Matic on the bench, Donny van de Beek, also on the bench, Mason Greenwood off the bench. Do you see any significant changes that you think that we can make during the game?
I think obviously Greenwood is one of them, and I also think that maybe if, say, we're kind of sitting tight 80th minute or so, like he could bring on Matic to slow down the game a bit. That's about it, really. I mean, you have Ahmad there as well, but Greenwood will come on for Rashford, I'd say. But yeah, definitely.
The only way Ahmad comes on if we get another injury.
I think definitely Greenwood will have a massive impact when he comes on, I reckon.
Yeah, like look, I look at Liverpool's bench, like there's Shaqiri on the bench, Sadio Mane, Origi. Like they don't have much attack. Like they don't have much midfield players on the bench. Curtis Jones is there as well. But like they have 2 goalkeepers on the bench for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So. Like Ben Woodward's on the bench as well. He hasn't played a first team game in God knows how long. So yeah, you look at United's bench then. We've David De Gea, Juan Mata, Greenwood, Amad Traore, Amad Diallo, Alex Telles, Nemanja Matic, Brandon Williams, Donny van de Beek, and Toonzabi. So like, I think we have a few more options in Liverpool in terms of if we wanted to change the system. I think we've a few more options. We can be a bit more fluid. Whereas like you can actually predict Liverpool's substitutions. Like Curtis Jones for Wijnaldum, I think you could see that. Like, Origi coming on for Firmino. Do you know what I mean? Mane coming on for either one of like Jota or Salah. Whereas United, we can switch to a back 3 if we need to and go with wing backs. Do you know, we can if you need to go 2 up front, we can go Greenwood. Traore can come on. Like Van de Beek, even though Greg will come in here and say Van de Beek a lot. Like he does have a skill set, and a game like this he could offer something. Gary's
And
touching on something there.
even if you wanted more movement in the midfield, then you can drop Pogba back, move Rashford to the left, Greenwood right. So
Exactly. Yeah, so it looks like we
we
have a bit more
do,
squad there.
yeah.
Gary says here in the comments, this is interesting. When you look at Liverpool's squad tonight, Liverpool are the second highest wage bill in the league. That's madness when you consider how thin that squad is. I said it last night on the show. Like beyond their first 11, like the again we were seeing tonight. Like there's for the second highest wage bill in England. It's very thin. It's very thin squad. Very thin squad. But look again, I wouldn't kind of. I'm not gonna banter or kind of slander any players before the game because that is not a sensible thing to do. And call any of them shit because again, if I do that, we all know what happens then. Gary says in the comments, we only have 11. Gary says they only have 11. I don't know. I think Sadio Mane is definitely I know he's off form this season. He can definitely come back and make a difference. So yeah, look, it is very, very, very important for us to definitely try to put a stamp on the game and try our best to absolutely push this team forward. And let's get second. I need 2 points, isn't it, Amy, for second place?
Yeah, 2 points. That's it.
So
that is it. May as well get it all over and done with in one game. May as well get it over and done with in one game.
Look, for me, I think you really push for the win tonight. You really, really push for the win. And then for the rest of the games, we can play the kids. Play Elanga, play Diallo. Call up short hire. I'm saying this now. If we win this game tonight, after this, let's call up short hire. Call up Hannibal. Shane Dowdy, I know he's gone training right now, but when he watches this back, he'll fucking love that. Do you know what I mean? Call the likes of all them up. They are players who can definitely make an impact and definitely next season can maybe push the first team.
I think preseason will be massive for them. Massive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you look at it, there's a lot of players in there who can definitely push for place next year. I think you look at right back next year, Ethan Laird coming back from loan can challenge Wan-Bissaka. I think Brandon Williams will probably go. You look at
I don't know if he will go, I know they wanted to loan him out, but he didn't want to go.
He wants to go now. Did you not see reports the other day?
No.
He wants to get first team football. So look, I think when you look at it, I think Brandon Williams doesn't have a place in the United squad. I think Ethan Laird's a better player anyway, to be brutally honest. I've said that for quite some time. When Brandon Williams was playing right back for the 23s, Ethan Laird came through and then they had to move Brandon Williams over to left back. So yeah, it's massively important that we do give some of the young players a go in pre-season. Because obviously there's going to be some players.
Ollie's already given 14 young lads a spot in first team.
Yeah, but on top of pre-season, you kind of give them significant. You give them significant minutes.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, he's giving them game time here and there, and he's giving them the odd start. But I think next season, not even next season, sorry, pre-season before next season, I think you give short hire, you give Hannibal, even bring up Charlie McNeil into the pre-season squad, just to get him in and around Cavani, in and around the Greenwood, in and around a Martial, those players like that who he can see who are a better quality, and he can kind of learn from them. So I think it is very important. But kind of back to tonight's game, Amy. You look at score predictions for the game. Obviously, look, both teams have kind of went reasonably strong teams. Obviously, Liverpool gone with an inexperienced back four. United have gone more or less their full strength team, the kind of team you'd always expect to see. What's your score prediction for this evening's game?
Yeah, I said 2-1 last night, and I'm going to stick with a Bruno brace for the winner.
Yeah, so Amy's saying 2-1. And guys in the comments, do smash a like in the video, do subscribe to the channel. It does go a
I think
long way.
Cavani will score as well.
And it's 3-1, is it?
No, I said Bruno brace for the winner. So
You said
Cavani will
2-1
score the
United.
first one. Yes, so
But a
Cavani will
brace-
score the first one.
But Amy, a brace is 2 goals.
Oh. 1 second now. Yeah, Bruno's going to score the winning goal, and then Cavani will score the first one.
Fair enough. You said a Bruno brace and Cavani was like, so is that 3-1? But for me, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna stick with my prediction from last night. I'm gonna go 1-0 Man United. I'm gonna go Bruno Fernandes 98th minute penalty winner. And just for the people who think I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna say it live on camera. For some doubters out there, you know who they are. I said if United win tonight with a 90-minute Bruno Fernandes penalty and we win 1-0, I'm getting a tattoo of Bruno Fernandes on my arm saying believe. So this is live on camera. You can screen record this if you like, guys. If United win 1-0 tonight with a Bruno Fernandes penalty, on my arm, I'm getting a picture of Bruno Fernandes on my arm in United jersey, and right below it is going to say believe. So if that happens, I'll get a tattoo. So that's live on camera. So Mr. William Bryant, there's your fucking proof. Okay? But anyway, I think I'm going 1-0. Amy's going 2-1. I'm going to come to the comments now. Rory says 3-0 United. Cavani 2, Bruno 1. Paul is also in the comments. Paul says 2-1 Man United, Bruno and Cavani to score. We've Sean in the comments here. Must be a Liverpool fan. Liverpool 2, Manchester 1. Lose, okay. Matt is also in the comments. Matt says 3-1 United, and Bruno penalty, Cavani and Luke Shaw. I'm loving the Luke Shaw
scores.
I'm loving the Luke Shaw shot. That's brilliant. And Sean says, "Go Liverpool, go! Let's get the 3 points." Yeah, no, fair enough. We'll see what happens in tonight's game. But that's the pre-match show wrapped up, guys. Again, thanks very much everyone for watching across YouTube and Twitter. We will be back tomorrow. Well, I physically won't be back, but the channel is back tomorrow. London Lowdown is live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. For the FA Cup final preview. We do have Chelsea and Leicester fans on the channel tomorrow night to discuss the game. Massive game in the FA Cup final. For the life of me, I hope Leicester City win it, because I could not be listening to the Chelsea fans. You know yourself, guys. But I do want them to win the Champions League, because City are a bunch of blue bastards. But in saying that, I'd like to see Leicester win the FA Cup, because again, they haven't won a trophy in God knows how long. So it'd be kind of good to see him win it on Saturday. But yeah, look, thanks very much to everyone for watching. Again, smash a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and Devil's Advocate. I think we don't have a game till Tuesday after tonight, so Devil's Advocate will be back, and we'll go Sunday night, and Three Devils and the Gooner will be live on Monday as well. So Amy will be joined by all the girls, and they will be chatting all things Manchester United and all things Arsenal. Because guess what, guys? Arsenal won a game last night, so there'll be a discussion had over on Three Devils and the Gooner on Monday. But until then, guys, I'm out here. Amy's out here. Let's hope Manchester United get the 3 points and we move on to Europa League final. Thanks very much, guys.